Hello, my name is Don and welcome back to episode 6 of the Blackburn Rovers save on Football Manager on my channel. Today we're taking on Leeds. We've already taken them on this season in video, but it was the most logical game because it was right after the January transfer window, as I sort of lose my bearings. So it's been a busy January. We actually were the most active team in England and the biggest spenders in the Championship, which is a bit unusual given the fact that we had no money to spend. So let's go through it. Transfer history. So as you can see, let's go back to the start of January. William Tomlinson, who played a few games for us earlier on in the season, went out on loan, as did Jack Doyle. Connor Mahoney went to Aston Villa for just over £500,000 now. He's a decent player, but he can't tackle, so he's not going to fit in the 3-5-2 next season. And I just sort of wanted to get rid of him for that reason. It's a shame. If he could have tackled, I would have tried to redevelop him into a wing back because I think the lad has potential, but might as well cash him while we have some sort of interest for him. Anthony Stokes, we couldn't get rid of him. I tried. Eventually managed to get him on loan to Hibs for 10k a month. I'm not even sure if they're paying, how much of his wages are paying, if any. I think it might be just a little bit, 850 a week, but it's still something at least. Corey Evans goes on loan to Norwich for 54k a month. Now, this was a deal that was sort of, I wasn't sure on doing. I brought him back from his previous loan spell, which was Wolves. They were playing slightly more per month, but they were paying less of his wages. And I actually seen him getting some game time on coming back. But at the same time, he's on a huge amount of wages. I didn't really want him in the team. I don't see a position for him long term. It was just maybe for this sort of time until the end of the season. But Norwich came in, they offered all his wages and 54k a month, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, we'll accept that. Andy Fisher, who was a young player, young goalkeeper, not a huge amount of potential, got a little bit of money for him to go into Dundee. Danny Graham we got rid of for 900k to Cardiff. The less said about Danny Graham, the better. He did come onto a bit of a game before his injury, but by the time he got back, we had made a signing, so he was never going to get back in. And Liam Feeney, who is another player tried to sell, is away to MK Dons. They've got it's not the best loan deal in the world. They're paying none of his wages and they're paying absolutely nothing. But it was with a deal of, if he played so many games, they had to sign him for, I think it was something like 170k. They still have that option, but he turned down the contract, so it's just an option now rather than a compulsory part. On the incomings, we have Jonathan Benteke, young player. I'm actually going to regret the signing. I think it was sort of one of those impulse buys. I seen him on the transfer list. There was a few players I was looking at, and I think I just got caught by the fact that he's Christian Benteke's brother. Excuse the creaking, I'm just sort of moving in my seat there. I kind of just was attracted to the fact that he was Benteke's brother, and I signed him for that reason. But he is a decent youngish player. Should be able to make a bit of profit on him. We've signed him for 375k after the add-ons, but I think a lot of that's like after so many games, which I don't see him making. Jason Cummings, we mentioned, comes in. He's already got off to a start, as you see down there. 3 games, 3 goals with 1 game off the bench and an assist. Did miss a penalty though, despite his 15 penalty taking. But again, a good player. If we can get him in chances, he will do well. And I think I'm working on his composure, which is the one thing that I sort of highlighted was weak. Would like to get him a bit quicker in acceleration as well, but it's not a huge thing. Christopher Martins Pereira comes in from Lyon. He's a Luxembourg international. Can play a number of positions, but I see him long term developing this tackling. I think I should already be doing it. I am not. There we go. I'm actually going to train him as a ball winning midfielder though, actually, because of the 3-5-2 system that we're going to play next year. I want to get that tackling up, but I see him being a much more defensive minded player. But he is a big sort of buy at 3.6 million. The board negotiated it for me, and that was sort of the way it went. But again, for the kind of potential that we've got, we've basically just bought Ronaldo Vieira for 3.6 million is the way I'm looking at that. Roshan Williams comes in on loan, no wages, nothing like that. He's not the best player in the world. In fact, he's actually fairly average for this level. But because we're playing a much higher style, I looked at the pace and I'm like, that could get him out of jail quite a bit, and it might help us. And He's costing us nothing, so it's just a backup player on the bench costing us nothing really. Dennis Lippert. Strange story with this. He's a 20-year-old German, can play left back and left wing back. Now he's one of the players that I've targeted to sign for next season, and he got put on the loan list. We're paying all his wages, which is £475 a week, rather. And I was sort of like, right, well, if we can bring him in on loan and then negotiate a contract, we've just brought him in 6 months early for free, essentially. The problem I've got getting him is his agent is a bit of a polite word of saying it. I have none. His agent is a bit of a knob, basically. So I've already tried to negotiate a contract with him a couple of times, and he's sort of been like, nope. And then a direct replacement for Danny Graham, Liam Boyce. Now I was going to wait until the end of the season, but he wasn't willing to discuss a contract because he wanted to wait until his contract ran down. So I've brought him in now. It cost me 115k to get him now. I'm happy with that. He's strong, he's good at finishing, decent first touch. Not the quickest, not the best at passing, which worries me, but he's okay, and should add a goal threat. 25-year-old Northern Irishman, international as well. So that gives us our strike partnership that I was looking at for next season anyway. We've already done some dealings for next season. I won't go into them too much. I'll just maybe quickly show you as we've got Lewis Daugherty. He's a young player. He's probably actually never going to amount to much, but he was 17 years old. No compensation, which is a really strange thing for a 17-year-old. Only 3.5 star potential, but I thought for no compensation, it's absolutely no risk. Jason Lowe, that was a rejected one. That was a loan deal I tried that got work permit blocks, basically. Prestea, answers on a postcard. Very typical Don sort of defender, decent jumping, not the best at heading right enough, but good tackling, decent positioning, decent marking. Defensive centre back, Italian, young, free of charge again, no compensation again, under 24, a bit surprised at it, but nonetheless he's going to come in at the end of the season, and we'll add to our backline. And Ash Taylor, my scouts don't like this guy, but I'm looking at this: 15 tackling, 15 heading. Okay, his marking and position isn't great, but he's got good teamwork. 15 work rate, 15 bravery, 15 strength, 16 jumping, 6'3". My scouts did not rate this guy, and I've sort of overruled him. But again, he's coming in for nothing. 26-year-old Welsh, former under 23 and under 21 international. Does have a player who tries to play his way out of trouble, which, given the fact he has 9 passing, is a bit of a concern to me. But again, he's not going to be on the biggest of wages. I think 2 or 3k at the most, maybe 4k, but certainly no more than that. I'm very happy with this buy when you compare the kind of defenders we have right now. So we've got 2 centre backs coming in and a young midfielder, basically, and we've got quite a bit of transfer budget left, and we trimmed the wage budget by about 10%, so that is also good. Staff wise, I'm just trying to think, did I do any staff stuff that I've not covered? No, I think I covered all that. Yeah, almost certain I've covered all that. If I haven't, I apologise, let me know, but I'm pretty sure we're up to date on the staff. For this Leeds game though, we're going to bring it out. I've decided I want to give it a shot, really, and that's pretty much that. Bringing Nyambe onto the bench. No, I'll just put him at centre back. That's not what I wanted to do. Centre back wise, we're struggling for options. I'm going to actually play a young lad, Mbaye, and we'll put Roshan Williams is already on the bench. I'm trying to think who we've sold there. It'd be Cummings, wouldn't it? Not Cummings, Graham. So we're going to put Boyce there. Conway will come off. We'll put Butterworth onto the bench. This is our issue now, because we sold Graham. We've got and terminated Sam Gallagher's loan contract because he was on ridiculous wages. We're actually now struggling for that. Where's Lippert? Because I want to bring him in for Dedrick Williams. And we'll swap Mbaye and Mulgrew around. Really not happy with that sort of setup, but I'm actually even tempted to maybe even give Frank Jones a game, but he's just not yet ready yet. He's a good young player, but he's not ready. Other options. Please tell me that Quitongo hasn't played today. Where is it? He's already on the bench. Never mind. Still be a striker option for us for the rest of this season. Still going to train him in that advanced playmaker role. As you see, he's now yellow, so he is slowly getting there. But the last time I actually checked him, there was a thing came through saying we're actually very happy with his development, and his development was actually quite awful. Bennett will start at right wing back, Lippert at left wing back, Diakate, Mulgrew and Bay in defence. John Buckley can come on into that box to box role. Can he actually even play it? Yeah, he can. And I'm actually going to start training him in it as well, because that's what it's going to have to play going forward. Yeah, so we're going to go with this. This is more of a tester for this tactic. See how it works. We'll swap Boyce and Cummings over. So this is more of a let's see how this tactic works, what adjustments need to do to it, and at the same time it's a good surprise to Leeds because we've been playing such a possession based game all season, and what's the word I'm looking for, and they pretty much destroyed that the last time we played them. It was actually quite an embarrassing game. We only lost 1-0 if I remember correctly, but it was absolutely shambolic. We're fighting the table with Leeds, although they've got a game in hand to us as well, so winning this would really give us momentum to move up the table a little bit, with Leeds still having the ability to catch us. So any major new signings on their team? Nope. Charlie Taylor, obviously a player I would love to sign, but I would imagine I would have absolutely no chance, just to put it politely. But let's get into this game. I've kind of went for the wrong team talk there. I didn't mean to. Let's try and revive it. I was trying to go for the get revenge for the last game, and I pressed the wrong one, because I took my eye sort of off the screen just ever so slightly, but it's enough. That you make mistakes. So Leeds kick off. Why are you not tackling Elliot? That's a bit frustrating. To just be standing there staring at the ball with it, it's well in your reach where you can just take it and run really. Phillips to Berardi. Roof, that's a decent effort from Roof, but in the end it actually wasn't that good. It was well over. Don't mind not having a possession in this game. It's obviously a tactic that's not going to win possession battles very often, but it's something I wanted to try, and the fact that I've had it set up, getting trained on for a little while now, I thought why not try it, particularly when Leeds made it so awkward for us a little while ago. Results haven't been great recently, and I meant to actually show you results, so I need to go back through that. I do apologise, guys. Diakate can't get there. I've not set up the corners for this. I need to do that. That's the other thing. I've not set up the set piece strategies for this tactic. Forgetting that Bennett was the one that played that ball forward, so we've got no one on the right hand side. I was about to say we've got a chance of getting that, and Pedraza's just done him. It's a good ball in. Mulgrew away. Barrow. It's apparently blocked by Mulgrew. I didn't see it myself, but we'll take it. Corner kick. Phillips launches in. Boyce away clear. On his debut, Phillips and David Rea picks up. I cannot believe I forgot to show you the results. We'll go through that at the end of the episode after the game, guys, because I don't want to break up a game right in the middle of it. DeCara to Phillips. Barrow. Roof. DeCara. Not a bad effort at all. Leeds sort of comfortable against this system, it seems, but we've not conceded yet. We've not we're not losing too many chances. Roof, Phillips, Decara, Phillips, into Barrow. Sort of got a lot of men around him, which I'm liking, but Roof's got a bit of space. He's turned. I think we got away with that one. Certainly down the left hand side against Mbaye, they're getting a bit more luck. How is that not a free kick, ref? Tackle the ball, man. Why are we not tackling the ball? Closing down sometimes, yeah, that's fine. Slightly deeper, that's fine. Higher tempo, exploit the middle, look for overlap. More direct pass. Why are we not making tackle? I'm confused to why. This is 2 or 3 times I've seen it now where the ball's right there and we're just not even putting in a challenge. Decara, Barrow, good save from Rea. I think he had to make that. It might have just been squeezing in that near post, the far post, sorry. Pedraza, it's a decent ball in. There Rea comes out and collects. Mbaye is also knackered right now. Barrow, Bridkit, Berardi. It's a cross that's blocked well. Phillips, good ball in. Decara. That's the other thing, is I was trying to get rid of Craig Conway. I tried to do a deal with Rangers where they would pay me sort of some money that was about his value and give me Jason Holt because he wasn't transfer listed and they'd been interested in him. You were coming to watch him quite a bit. Jason Holt's not the best player in the world, but he is a very, very decent attacking mid. So that was sort of the deal that I was trying to wrangle out, and they were having none of it, and they didn't come in with any sort of other offers. I don't know if that was just a money thing, as Liam Henderson goes close, just wide. Lovely bit of build up. Actually deflected. It's Charlie Mulgrew with the corner, and it goes towards the back post. Buckley can't get there. Bennett's going to pick up. Is he going to do something with it? Not really. Diakite picks up. John Buckley, Liam Henderson. He went to turn onto his left foot and find Cummings, but he couldn't get there. Again, Boyce. Mulgrew picks up a good searching ball forward, but end of highlight. Boyce sort of, like he gets tripped up there, slid, got the ball back again, and then couldn't do anything with it and lost out. Roof. Pedraza. Decara. Phillips. Roof. Barrow turns on his left foot, and that's just wide. That's a very good effort from Barrow. He's looking very dangerous, that man. Maybe getting the better of his man Lippert, I'm not sure. Henderson's having an absolute howler in attacking midfield. I'm going to give him another 10 minutes to sort of improve. I'm going to actually just tell him you can be the difference, so hopefully fire him up just a little bit. Mulgrew smacks it off the man directly in front of him. Buckley. Cummings. Like he goes for a flare pass there and completely messed it up. Roof. Bridkit with space. Pedraza. He's turned his man. It's a good ball in. Diakite away. Mulgrew away. Cummings can't get there. Henderson will. Cummings is offside, so he can't really go for it. Boyce. He's got Cummings through and he's dallied and dithered. Mbaye. Who I'm actually going to bring off soon. Diakite. Forward, only as far as Cooper. Roof. Decara. Pedraza. Phillips. Barrow has hit the post. That man looks extremely dangerous today. What change are we going to make? We're going to bring on a Roshaw Williams for Mbaye. He is looking nervous. We're going to give him a team talk, just calm him. Roshan down a little bit as well. Just make sure he doesn't come on and be nervous as well. Charlie Mulgrew and Diakate are actually apparently having nightmares as well though. Maybe just try to readjust to this system. Berardi, Phillips, Roof, Barrow. Being forced outside this time. Diakate, it's a poor clearance from the man. Can we break? Boyce. Henderson leaves it. Buckley wins the tackle though. I'm struggling to keep up with this action, guys. Lippert's going to take this throw in. Mulgrew whiffed the corner and it goes whipped away. Unfortunately, Henderson back to Charlie Mulgrew. Right footed cross this time. Boyce heads it down to Cummings on his weak foot though, and Silvestri makes a great save. Thought that was the moment, lads. Mulgrew, and it goes again towards back post. Williams can't get there. Mulgrew with another corner. We've got a string of corners. Good ball in. Mulgrew to Lippert. Roshan Williams. Martins Pereira. Bennett. It's a lovely ball. If Henderson can get there, he can't. Charlie Taylor's equal to it and puts it out for a throw in. Henderson. Cummins. He's going to find Liam Boyce. He's going to take a dig from distance. It hit the back of the net, but the wrong side of the back of the net. Unfortunately for us, we're going to make one more sub. We're going to bring on Lowe for Pereira. Henderson's up in his game a little bit, so we're going to leave him for a couple of minutes, a lot more. Cummins also isn't having a good game. Bennett. It's a good ball for Williams, but he's nowhere near it. Buckley picks up in the midfield. Lowe. I feel like strangely we were starting to have a bit more of the ball, but Charlie Taylor, we're on higher tempo and Lowe's missed that, but Cummings is in. He's... Why are you shooting from there? You've got space to run into and a decent amount of pace. Okay, that sort of seals Cummings' fate. We're going to bring on Jai Kwetongo for him. Liam Boyce and Henderson were the two that I was hoping to be subbing off because Cummins has been really good in the game so far. Since he signed even. But he's just not showing up today. Henderson, Buckley, Kwetongo, Boyce, Lowe, Bennett, Boyce again, back to Lowe as we're trying to work something out. Henderson, Buckley, Boyce, Kwetongo, that's a lovely bit of play. Back in, Kwetongo, he's brought it down, brings it back for Henderson, he's put it wide. I'm liking how this tactic's working, you know, we're creating chances, but we've just not been able to take any of them. Which is frustrating considering the fact we've got two strikers with light blue finishing, which is my good. And it goes for Diakate. Certainly the first half, I think Leeds would feel hard done by that they weren't winning. But second half, we have been phenomenal and we really should have had a goal. We've had 3 or 4 really good chances. That Cummings one where he's free on goal in particular. The one where Boyce headed it down for Cummings as well. Get it away and we'll just take the 0-0. But a 0-0 draw for our first tactic against a team that were about in the same place in the table is good. It's a new tactic. We've not quite got the players yet to fit this tactic, but we've had a positive start from it. I think it was a decent result. Brentford can overtake us points wise now. They've got a game in hand, only 3 points behind, but they do need to win at 7-0 or something like that to go above us, so that's good. Excuse me. So that's good. So sitting mid-table is a decent result. Boyce has made his debut, that is good. Let's go back to the schedule. So the last game before today that we had, I think, was this one. Then we lost 2-0 in Newcastle. Dwight Gale double was just too good, that man. Then played Huddersfield again, lost 3-0 in the FA Cup. Huddersfield have been a bit of a bogey team for us. It was a bit frustrating this game. We're just never in it, is really the simple way to put it. They just absolutely destroyed us for the full 90 minutes. Ipswich, we went 1-0 down, we weren't looking that strong, and then a Jason Cummings early brace at either side of half time got us a result. Then we played Birmingham, they got a man sent off. Jason Cummings set up one up for Henderson and then scored one himself for a 2-0 victory, which was good. We then lost 2-0 to Fulham. It said they struck lucky. In the highlights they looked the better team, but that doesn't mean to say they were the better team. I feel, for all they looked the better team in the highlights, I felt we were always in this game. Nonetheless, we came away with a 2-0 defeat, and then we had that one 0-0 draw with Leeds, of course. So we'll come back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe come back for Burton or Wigan, really. We'll go with the Wigan game because Wigan are maybe slightly a better team. Have they still got Will Gregg? Position? Yes, they do. So we'll come back for that. They've got some very good players, obviously. Will Gregg, they're a decent sized team. So we'll come back then. And they've got Jason Steele, who's a goalkeeper who I never even gave a chance to. So we'll come back for the Wigan game. They are bottom of the league currently. And that is on the 4th of March, so a month away. Decent spacing, and in the meantime I'm going to go away and start scouting like mad for free transfers in the summer. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit mishmash, but nonetheless thank you very much, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.